Hi everyone, let me introduce about myself first. My name is Tông Nữ Ngọc Hân. I'm learning business administration at International University. This is a presentation for e-commerce case study. Today, I'm so delighted to be here to discuss with you guys about the topic, the mobile payment marketplace. In my own opinion, it's gonna be a very interesting topic to talk about. So, hope you guys enjoy it and stay tuned. I already divided content into two main parts. The first one is about the introductions. This part I'm gonna summarize all the case study to make you guys figure out the topic clearly and thoroughly. Secondly, it's about analyze the case study by answering all the questions related to the topic. So first, let's take a look at the overview. Overall, the online payment market in the United States is growing at more than 12% a year, and in 2014, it's already worth about $470 million. Then we have mobile commerce with an impressive growth rate of over 30% a year. Last but not least, there is a rapidly growing segment of contactless payments which is projected to reach up to $55 billion by 2018. With that much potential, how large the revenue can be? Well, large enough to drive tech and retail giants crazy, such as PayPal, Google, Apple, Walmart, Best Buy, Target, and Square are all jumping on the bandwagon. Sadly, there has been no major success since customers still prefer credit card and even cash. Nearly every day, it seems, a new mobile payment system is announced by giant tech companies, startups, merchants, and banks. The mobile payment marketplace is experiencing explosions of innovative ideas, plans, and announcements, which one commentator has likened it to a goat rodeo, a chaotic situation in which powerful players with different agendas compete with one another for public acceptance. And above all image, international revenue is better above the title of unmanned penguin returning payable huge potential revenue. People tend to use credit card of these companies such as like Visa and MasterCard, Google, Apple stock tech companies last way. Now we are going to find out some of the biggest online payment systems. The first one is Apple Pay. Apple Pay is an app that comes with iPhone 6 phones and later. It adopts near-field communications, which is a set of short-range wireless technologies used to share information among devices. When a customer wants to make a payment, he or she presses the iPhone Touch ID button, which reads the customer's fingerprint and ensures the phone does indeed belong to the person. What is more, it is not simply an app or feature of the smartphone, it's an ecosystem within an ecosystem. What does that mean by being an ecosystem within an ecosystem? It means shaking hands with key players in the payment ecosystem. Credit giants like Visa or MasterCard, large bank credit card issuers like Citigroup or Bank America. Sign up national merchants like McDonald's or Disney. It charges a low 0.50% to the credit debit card issuer for the use. credit card on a file with Apple's iTunes using fingerprint reader swipe device 16-digit code. Apple sends a payment request to the credit card issuer. Credit card issuer verify the account owner and available credit. In about 1 second, the transaction is approved or denied. Let's move to another popular name in the field, PayPal. So far, PayPal is the most successful and profitable mobile payment system, and it does not use near-field communications. Here are 3 ways it enables payment. Let's go to the next slide. After researching, I can summarize the 3 ways briefly like this, and I will show you right now. Here are the 3 ways it enables payment. Firstly, they sell to merchants a device that allows them to swipe credit card using a smartphone or tablet. The second approach, also the most commonly used, is when customers use their mobile device browser to make a purchase or payment at the website. And the last method is PayPal's updated app for iOS and Android devices. So that's all for the PayPal. Let's move to the next part. The next system I'm going to discuss is Google Wallet. Google Wallet is an online near-field communication-based payment system that uses an Android app and is enabled by a prepaid MasterCard. Google Wallet is free to credit card companies and merchants. Plus, it doesn't make money by taking a slice of transactions either, so the only source of profit is through granting rights to display ads, coupons, and daily deals. In the last part, I'm gonna mention about Square, and this part I'm just summarize is very quickly. And Square, this company is started in 2009 with Square Reader, and it expected to go to public on October 2015. We have just finished part one with about like introductions by summarizing everything about the case study. And let's move to the second part. This part we're gonna analyze the case study by answering the questions. The first questions I mentioned is about the value propositions that Apple Pay offers customers and merchants. And I will make a comparison between consumers and merchants. The first one about the consumers. I mentioned about the convenience, safe online payment service using fingerprint ID. It's easy to remove or add credit cards, and it's reducing lines up and delays, which can save a lot of times. And doesn't sell or collect any consumer purchase information. How about the merchants? It offers guarantee validate payment, speed up purchase by removing identification checks and additional verification time required for chip readers, and doesn't charge merchants for the transaction. The second questions I want to mention is about the limitations of Apple Pay that might prevent its widespread adoption. It's only available on the certain Apple products such as iPhone 6, Apple Watch, and iPad. Here are 3 pictures that I already put in the slide as you can see. The merchants must have near-field communications, which is point of sale terminal. Additional marketing and advertising purposes are limited in application. Who are the three major players in the mobile payment market? And I'm gonna answer for you guys to know it. The technology companies such as like Apple, Google, Samsung, and PayPal. Large national merchants like Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. Money center banks like JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, and so on. And we wonder why is Venmo considered a social mobile payment system. Venmo is considered a social mobile payment system because there's a social aspect of Venmo that allows users to share their purchase events. They have the option to keep all purchases private as well. And how does Apple Pay differ from Android Pay and Samsung Pay? Apple Pay differs from Android and Samsung Pay because it can be used by any consumer that has a credit card from a major issuer bank. Apple Pay is also free to consumers and it doesn't store any user fund and it is solely a technology-based intermediary between consumers and banks. Apple Pay is also not subject to federal banking regulations, unlike Android Pay and Samsung Pay. How does PayPal enable mobile payments? PayPal enables mobile payments in three ways that I already mentioned in the introductions when I mentioned about a PayPal. And I'm gonna remind for you. Selling a device that allows merchants to swipe credit cards using a smartphone or tablets. When consumers use their mobile device to make purchases using the PayPal account, yeah, this is the most common way. And the last way is when consumers go to paypal.com and they make their purchase in stores while on their web browsers, which is very fast or convenient for the fast-paced stores. And I will add more some recommend about strategies that Apple pursued to assure widespread consumer adoptions of Apple Pay. First thing is about increased penetrations on PC, expanding applications on e-commerce websites and apps. Promote advertiser service, focus on customer data not being collected. And be patient, complete save for customers' information. The consumer and merchants need have enough time to catch up technology. And that is the end of my presentation. I hope you all of you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end.